Welcome back to Brownsville at Large. I'm your host, Tino Villarreal, Commissioner at Large A. Today's episode takes a closer look at District 3, one of the busiest and most active parts of our city. District 3 is home to major commercial corridors, entertainment destinations, parks, and key infrastructure projects that impact this entire city. Joining me today is City Commissioner for District 3, Gustavo De Leon. Gus, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Tino. Commissioner, it's a real privilege to be here with you today.
Thanks. We have a lot to discuss. I am so excited. District 3 is booming. I love going to places with you, and you keep telling people, welcome to District 3, and it seems like almost everywhere we go is somehow related to District 3. Before we get to and dive into these things, Gus, I do want a couple of icebreakers that I do with everyone I have on the show, just kind of for people to get to know you and for you to kind of relax. I know that podcasts, they're just different. They're not interviews. They're unique. Think of it as just a conversation that you and I are having. This is just an opportunity for us to inform the constituents of what's happening in our city, especially today, District 3. But let's start with Gus De Leon.
Sure, go ahead.
Where did you grow up?
Brownsville. Born and raised.
Born and raised. So your whole life you've lived here. Let's talk about, are you a coffee or an energy drink person?
I'm a mocha frap person, so I don't know if that's a coffee or considered coffee, but mocha frap.
I'm laughing because ever since I met you and gotten to know you, go ahead and tell everyone here your daily order and where it's from.
First thing first, in the morning, I go to 7 Brew. I have to have my mocha frap, extra triple chocolate.
And the extra large. Huh?
And it's got to be extra large. They know me there. They already have my phone number.
That's right. Do you consider yourself a morning person or a late night owl?
Late night owl.
Tacos or barbecue?
I would say both. I really like both of them.
Yeah. My answer is always barbecue tacos.
Oh, okay. Barbecue tacos, yeah.
Favorite place for you to eat in Brownsville?
I eat out a lot. So you got Waterhole Vermilion, which I eat there a lot. Nicori, tacos. I go pretty much everywhere. Whataburger. Wendy's, everywhere. Mostly in District 3.
That's right. Are you more would be into a beach day or a walk at Linear Park?
Beach day.
Are you a sports fan?
Yes.
What's your favorite sports team?
Anything that has to deal with Texas.
All right, that's a good answer. Music or podcasts when you're on a drive?
Music.
What kind of music?
80s, 90s, anything. Country.
Book or movie?
Oof. I'm more 2.5 Men type person or sitcom. No,
okay.
Not much into movies or reading books, no.
So shows.
Shows.
What's your favorite show?
Oh, good Lord. 2.5 Men. Geez, I grew up with old school, so there's just a lot of them out there. They're all reruns nowadays.
Sanford and Son?
Oh, good Lord, yeah. There's just a humor.
That's right. One word people would use to describe you.
I'm passionate at what I do.
That's funny. I would have used that word.
Yeah, I'm very, very passionate at type of person. Give you the shirt off my back.
Oh, yeah. What motivates you more, people or purpose?
Both.
Biggest lesson that you've learned so far in public office?
I try and do everything I can. But, it's hard to make the whole city happy. I try, but it's just hard.
What do you enjoy most about serving the city of Brownsville?
Meeting new people. Hanging out with you, the other commissioners, really trying to move the city in a better direction. I think we're headed that direction, but I keep on like wanting to do more. I'm very high speed.
Oh yeah, you're everywhere. The hardest part of the job that people don't see.
Um, Making those decisions that may affect and may help. There's sometimes, it's either black or white, I believe. Uh, and sometimes the decisions we make, everybody may not like. Some people may like it, but it's hard. It's not easy. It's not an easy job.
Would you consider yourself someone that has a routine, or you're more go with the flow?
It depends on what day of the week it is.
So then it's routine.
Yeah, it's routine, especially every meeting
Yeah.
Tuesday but my coffee's first, so it's a routine.
One thing that people would be surprised to know about you.
Um, I'm very caring. Uh, I do care what uh, the people think. Uh, I'm very sometimes more sentimental. Sometimes I may not show it, but you know, when one hurts, I hurt with them, and that's the honest to God truth.
Yeah. Finish the sentence. Brownsville is.
On the move, period. And I don't know if people know where that period comes from, but period.
I know where the period comes from. It's from one of your favorite shows.
Yeah, SANFORD, period.
Let's start talking about business, though. District 3 is on the boom. There's so much action happening in your district. I think one of the coolest projects happening in your district is that public safety complex.
Yes.
And it's it's a $75 million investment, part of our capital improvement plan that sits on nearly 55 acres. And it was land up there in 511, for the viewers that don't know, that was provided by the Greater Brownsville Economic Development Corporation at the GBIC Tech Park.
Yes, sir.
So why is it important for this city to think big and invest at this scale in public safety?
Well, I think public safety plays a big role in our city. A lot of people won't invest in a city that has a lot of crime. I think if we can house or put every federal, state, and local entity under one roof, we're talking better response times, better communication, working together. Because I think that's what Brownsville is about. Everybody working together. Now, uh, we increase faster response time, whether it be state, local, or federal, uh, and we know what each other are doing all the time.
Okay. What departments are going to be housed there? I think it's police,
Fire,
fire,
EMS, EMS
yeah,
and fire.
EMS. We have emergency operations management, and cybersecurity. I think
Yes.
all of those. I do believe that it's going to be the first of its kind in the city of our size. What do you think, is going to happen putting all of these entities now under one roof? Because right now they're all spread all over town.
Yeah. Now, it's going to be the state of art of a facility, and it's going to be something to be very, very proud of. I think having everybody under the same roof is you could pretty much talk to someone or just call them on the phone instead of calling them on the phone and getting someone's voicemail. Uh, you can pretty much just walk across the hall and find that one person that you're looking for. And I think it's very important. Now, where it's located, the Brownsville's growing in that direction. And at some point, it's going to be the heart of the city because Brownsville's moving in that way. So I think it's very, very well strategized, and I think putting it in the right location.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had a lot of questions from people saying, why so far up north? But now Brownsville stretches all the way down, all the way to Madeira,
Mm-hmm.
which is north of Rancho Viejo. It continues to expand itself. Look at what the growth and development we have around the port, and then obviously the Brownsville that we know and we love coming all the way to downtown. Um, as a whole, what kind of message does this send?
A strong message, uh, uh, a working message, a come together, work together type message, and I think it's working. I think what we're doing right now is working, and it's only going to get better.
Where does the project currently stand?
The plans, the architects, everything's already done. We already broke ground, uh, and we should start building fairly soon.
What should the residents expect over the next few years there in that area?
Um, they're going to more traffic. They're going to see more and more police presence. Uh, and like I said, faster wait times in case of an emergency, in case of a hurricane. Uh, we're just going to be a one city working together to get the job done.
Um, another note, the tech park, that area,
Mm-hmm.
strategically, you kept saying the city center is going to move, but having that on 511, um, and it can connect you straight to the port. It could get you right on the highway, lead you right up Madeira or straight downtown. From a logistics and security standpoint, was there a better place to put this?
I don't think so. And that's only my opinion. And people may not agree with me all the time. But we got that toll road.
Hmm.
You can just jump on the toll road and get to point A and point B to Highway 77 or I 69. Get to the port fairly quick instead of going down, Paredes and all these hitting all those stoplights. So I think personally, it was the smart choice, the correct choice, and the best choice to put it there.
In that area, changing topics now. In that area, also we have the Brownsville Sports Park,
Mm,
and I know you love it. It's part
yes.
of District Three. You're there. You're there quite often. I have seen you on social media. I go to some of these events, but it seems like you go to many more events than I get a chance to go to. You've been a big supporter of the Brownsville Sports Park. For the viewers who don't know, the Brownsville Sports Park is on 108 acres. There's currently 32 additional undeveloped acres that BCIC controls. And part of their master plan called for a mixed use and residential development. You and I, along with Commissioner Cardenas, took a trip to go meet the USL,
Yes,
the
sir.
United Soccer League. Talk to the viewers on why that approach is there and why we're considering looking at just what a partnership with the USL would look like.
Well, I wish I had it when I was growing up. And I wish I had these opportunities when I was in my younger years. And thinking now, I think that we should be offering this to the youth, to the citizens. I think the time is now. Uh, and I don't want the time to pass and say what we should have done. I'm a very like with yourself. We've had long conversations. Uh, that sports park is our baby. We got to take care of it, uh, and I want to see that as a finished product when I leave the city commission. Uh, I think the citizens deserve it, Commissioner.
And
Uh,
but what does the partnership do? Bringing an entity like the USL, like why the USL?
well, we're bringing that partnership because they want to grow. They want to. We could bring tourism. We could bring games. We could bring professional games to Brownsville. I think it's the smart thing to do. I think it's right now. It's our only chance to go into partnership with them and build uh, that stadium and build around it
Yep.
and bring stores, restaurants, it's pretty much a ghost town right now. Yeah, we're having a lot of events, and unfortunately, there are a lot of events, but we can bring so much other events, concerts, boxing, uh, football tournaments. They're there. We just got to build it so they can come.
So thinking outside the box for all the viewers, again, this is what Brownsville at Large is, and it's different than other podcasts. Is that we hope to be giving people information,
Sure.
and the viewers that aren't familiar with this, we talked about the sports park being 108 acres, 32 undeveloped. USL is a good partner because when the USL comes to town, they're going to want a stadium that meets their professional standards.
Yes.
Number one. Number two, they're going to bring a professional team that the city gets to be proud of, that comes out on ESPN, that's part of a league, that's part of kind of like a European Cup, where depending on your record, you can move up divisions, down divisions. And Brownsville is the prime location for that because we already have a sports park, a footprint. I'm bringing all this up because what people don't know is what we're contemplating. No decisions
No.
have been made yet. What the commissioner and myself and the commission have been looking at is how do we partner with somebody who wants to not just come in and give us a professional team, but wants to bring in investment dollars to those 32 undeveloped acres. So let's play it out because you and I have had a lot of conversations for the viewers. So I want the viewers to imagine this. Imagine that when you drive into the sports park, you see a state-of-the-art stadium that has box suites, that has end zone bars, that is fully redone and refurbished. If anybody has gone to the UTRGV Vaqueros games, picture that 2.0. Picture a possible partnership with UTRGV to have an indoor multi-purpose facility, or someone who wants to do that, like the one we went to in Spokane, where you can have graduations, concerts, it's indoor, it's what we need. You can have 10 basketball courts, 20 volleyball courts.
Track.
You can have an indoor track. You could do so many things. Host conferences, conventions, chess tournaments, dance recitals. Imagine a little hotel. And imagine now a place where you can go eat dinner, go to a bar, hang out, and then the second, third, and fourth level is your condo, is where you can live. That's the kind of partnership that we're talking about. And in District 3, maybe this is what people intended the sports park to be 20 years ago, but I think it's the right time.
I think that was the plan 20 years ago. But now we're in the 20 years past. I think, and I believe it needs to happen. It's the only solution to that sports park. I have visited that sports park lots of times. I've seen the amount of people that are there that go play softball, that go play football, the little boys. And I'm going to share a story with you. The little Cowboys. Mm-hmm. And they were playing another team in the Valley. And this is how passionate and caring I am. When I went to the high school football games, you know, the players used the dressing rooms and they were excited. But when I went to the little Cowboys game, I said, you know what? These little boys need to enjoy the same thing. So I called Sean De Palma, the director of Sports Park. I said, you know what? Do me a favor. Please open up the dressing rooms. I want these kids to enjoy that, what the bigger, their brothers, their cousins that played there, they used the dressing rooms. And they went in there and they, just to see the smile on their face, Commissioner, was just beyond. And I just had thought about it, just watching these kids under, during the halftime underneath a tent, Let them go get AC. Let them go see what the dressing rooms are like. And man, I went and took pictures with them, and it was the best thing, the best. You know, to right now, I can honestly tell you that cleanups, fixing a street, and all that. But when you see the smile on a child's face for something insignificant that you do, opening up the dressing rooms was priceless.
And I'm glad you brought that up because part of I think public and they're very correct in doubting that we want to invest millions of dollars and that it might go to waste. And what people don't realize is that what we're doing with the USL is just talks and negotiations to bring public investment dollars down here.
Yes.
It's not just to use our dollars and to use taxpayer money. We need to bring the private sector to the table, and part of bringing the private sector is exactly what you said, giving the kids the opportunity to have the best park possible. It's not about building something new, it's about maintaining what we have. And we know that some of the biggest stress points in the sports park are the lack of shade, restrooms, okay, accessibility, and the shape that the fields are in. So the partnership with the USL would potentially bring brand new turf fields, a brand new stadium, a lot of shade structure, more parking, right? And so that's a big project. I know that you've been a huge support with that. The final question is, let's say we do it. Let's say it happens. Let's say the USL brings private dollars to invest. Let's say that our citizens think that it's a good idea, and let's just dream for a second that you have brand new fields, brand new dressing rooms, state of the art facility. You have an indoor facility. You have a little hotel. You have all these restaurants and bars. What would that do to sports tourism and tourism in Brownsville?
Explode.
Yeah.
Explode. Now we could host these tournaments. Our kids don't need to go play in Corpus, McAllen, San Antonio. Let them come to us. It's time for everybody to come to us. And if we do it right, Commissioner, we're going to put Brownsville back on the map. But we got to do it right. You know, you and I, how many conversations have we had? We are throwing around the idea. We haven't done anything yet, but I think the children, the players, I don't have kids, but I've seen parents that have kids that go and spend money on uniforms and take them to camps and stuff like that because they care about their kids. Why can we bring that to Brownsville?
Yeah.
I think the citizens, I think the children, they deserve it. People say, and I've heard it. Oh yeah, we pay taxes, we do this, we do that, but they say they have nothing to show for. Why can't we do it? I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think so too, Commissioner. And I'll tell you right now, if you have a lot of questions about that, we do have a the opportunity for any citizen to be a part of that exploratory committee, to ask questions, to sit on that panel, to demand that we find out what's going on. And so, just for full disclosure, where we're at right now is we're in negotiation talks. We know that the stadium and the fields is going to take anywhere between 30 to 40 million dollars. We know that a indoor facility complex could cost anywhere from 50 to 60 million dollars, and people get scared. They start hearing that we're reaching close to the 100 million dollars of investment. But again, this is a private public partnership, and it's in bringing those private dollars, and it's in bringing partners to the table like a UTRGV, a potentially whether it's a education, a higher learning education entity, whether it's a medical hospital, somebody who wants to participate in this venture. It's about looking for those partnerships and exploring to dream of giving the kids what they deserve.
And you know what, Commissioner? I've gotten two phone calls of from two different people and I'm sure you know them very well, that want to put a hotel
Hmm.
in that area next to the sports park. Uh, the other person is the hospital, an orthopedic rehab. They're wanting to, they have interest in putting something there too. So you're right. You're 100% correct. If we can get that public private partnership on board, and UTRGV and anybody else, it's so it'll be amazing.
Yeah, it's what our community
I
deserves.
think that stadium, and you and I have seen the pictures
Hmm.
that a lot of people haven't seen. It'll be the nicest, probably from what, San Antonio down,
Hmm.
Austin down, because I've seen them
Yeah, and
firsthand.
by the way, the one in McAllen
It's
or
nice.
Edinburgh, the Vacker Stadium, that's a 12,000 person stadium. We're talking about a 6,000 person stadium. We're not talking about going overboard here and creating something massive. We're talking about literally doing a stadium that is for Brownsville that would be packed all the time.
You don't want to build a stadium with, and I'm going to throw it out there, 20,000 people, and you're not going to fit not even six. It
Mhm.
look empty. I guess the whole idea is putting a good number of seats so you make sure people are going to the stadium.
I'm going to shift gears to the entertainment district.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Um, Also, big things happening in District Three. Everyone knows, everybody has seen the online videos and whatnot of people in the parking lot fighting after a night out in Brownsville, in certain areas here in town. And over a year, what people don't realize is that we've deployed Brownsville police officers. We've put some serious resources behind having as many officers possible, resulting in overtime costs, seeing fights, stabbings, and even shootings. And right when you got elected, one of the first things you did, and one of the first times I met you, is you were barely running for office, and you were already meeting with all these downtown restaurant and bar owners, saying, how do we create a solution to have Brownsville be a safe place to go dine and even go out to a bar and go to and to entertain yourself, but do it in a very safe fashion. Um, we have been working for a year, and now we kind of got a formal ordinance. Why was it necessary for us to do that?
Look, and I want to make it very, very, very clear. I met with these bar owners 4 different times prior and after me being elected. I wanted them to know that I was here to work with them. On the same side is I wanted everybody to be safe. My main priority is to keep every citizen here in Brownsville and every visitor that comes to Brownsville safe. I think that's what we want, Commissioner. Uh, Now, I hold every bar owner and every plaza owner responsible. That's the way I think, and that's the way I think it should be. Um, and we need to hold them responsible 100%. I don't want any stabbings. I don't want any fights because my background uh, is totally different than a lot of people sitting on the commission. It's more law enforcement oriented, and I really do not tolerate that behavior. I don't think it belongs here in Brownsville. It should not belong in Brownsville. We're better than that, and I think that we need to hold everybody accountable.
And what message does this send? I mean, the fact that we've been working together, but I think it sends a good message. I mean, what do you think as far as the message people are receiving to bar owners and property owners about our shared responsibility? Because some people go, well, that's just Brownsville PD's problem. It's not our problem.
I disagree. I totally disagree. I think our Brownsville PD should be patrolling the city of Brownsville instead of, I won't put my foot in my mouth, but taking care of one little district because of their fighting. Uh, I think we need to put our resources and use our resources uh, wisely. Uh, I understand we have to have a midtown and a downtown nightlife district. I understand that. But we all have to be responsible, Commissioner, when we go out and drink. Bottom line,
Yeah.
whoever drinks has to be responsible because they're going to get behind a car,
And,
a vehicle,
yeah.
and they're going to drive.
And I think a lot of our viewers, if you didn't know, part of the reaction of the commission to this, and I've been quoted, and I'll say it again here in the podcast, is that I wish we had stronger support from TABC. And I have been a big critic of theirs because we have been on this for a year and we have asked for a lot more support, a lot more um, help from them, taking a look at these bars for underage drinking, for excessive drinking when not to, when they're not cutting off customers. So there's just so much that people go, why is the city getting involved? That's not even city matter. It's a state matter. TABC handles this, but people fail to realize it's been a year and it hasn't been handled. So what are you going to do as a commissioner representing the citizens of Brownsville? Can we just sit here and just uh, defend ourselves by saying that wash our hands of it and go, it's not our problem, it's TABC's problem?
No, it's our problem and TABC's problem because every citizen that lives in Brownsville depends on us to do the right thing, Commissioner. At the end of the day, if we say and we just pass the buck and say it's a TABC deal, and something happens within the city, then it doesn't become a TABC problem. It becomes a city problem, and they're gonna come back and say, well, you know what? They're gonna. It's like a hot potato. Uh,
Yeah.
sometimes I have a sense of humor and I kind of like sarcastic sometimes, but it's like we could throw the hot potato to TABC, and then if something really bad happens, well then we're gonna someone's gonna throw the hot potato back to us and say, well, you know what? Why didn't we ever do anything?
Mhm.
And then we're caught with the hot potato in our hands. Now, as far as TABC, they're pretty much non-existent, and that's what a lot of people have to understand. We don't have a TABC office here. I think the one in McAllen was closed, and I think if I understand correctly, they're barely trying to open it up again. And I think the closest one, correct me if I'm wrong, was Corpus.
Yes.
So our closest TABC was Corpus Christi. So you and I had long talks with the chief of police, saying, "Hey, you know what? If we can't depend on them, then we'll take everything and we'll take care of it ourselves."
And some people, if you don't know, the ordinance that we passed and we're looking at applying to the whole city, just requires establishments to be more responsible,
That's
to
it.
have uh, license readers, so that you have a two-form check. You have your bouncer who's checking the IDs, but then scanning the IDs through an actual license reader. Proper lighting, once it's last call, that you light up the in place, that you have added security. The staff isn't drinking irresponsibly, because then their judgment to cut off other people is inhibited. And we're also asking property owners to be responsible for clearing the parking lots. I mean, it's not something that, again, we are pro business, but you do have a two strike kind of policy. If you violate these things more than twice, then we are going to ask that you start taking matters into your own hands that do cost a little bit of money. But ultimately, it's the lack of responsibility that leads you to those deals. So, um, any last comments about
You
that
know,
ordinance?
I think we want every business to prosper, do well. I think we're on the same page on that. I don't want businesses to close because we're putting strict restrictions on them and stuff like that, because I know every bar owner, every plaza owner has a family to feed.
Mhm.
I understand that, but we got to be responsible. Now, if we're gonna put all the responsible on the plaza owner, he's making money off of these tenants. Well, then we're gonna have to give him the bill. I mean, how many more months or years are we gonna keep on paying Brownsville PD to go take care of these bars? I believe send the bar plaza owner the bill.
Mhm.
He wanted those businesses there. We gave him those businesses. It's up to him to keep paying Brownsville PD. That's my solution. But I guess we'll figure that out when it gets there,
Well, we're working on
and
it.
it's coming.
District 3
Mm.
has some of the newest businesses that include Palenque Grill, Scooter's Coffee, Ramses Tacos and Tequilas, the largest Barnes and Noble in the RGV. What does that say about the activity happening in your district, Commissioner?
Forgot the biggest embassy suites south of San Antonio. That's coming,
Yes, sir.
and it's going to be a way. I'm very prejudiced to District Three. You and I know that. Uh, I am so happy and privileged to represent District 3. I really am. And all these new businesses that are opening up that you mentioned, Ramses, Palenque Grill, I mean, more businesses are coming to Brownsville because it's a demand for it. I got another phone call for another business that wants frontage road access.
Yeah. Well, I think you were telling me they were talking to you about uh, possibly looking at the frontage right in front of the Sable Market
Yes,
Center, right? People who don't know that they call it the old El Globo.
El
If you don't,
Robo.
if you haven't seen what's happening there, it's a large investment at totally redoing that into its own little entertainment dining experience with live music theater. Um, that is so exciting for Brownsville. Um, what what have you heard about that venue? Like what can people expect? What is that going to become?
It's going to be a nice venue for people to go and enjoy. I think Brownsville was lacking this type of bars, restaurants. I
I
think we were
consider,
lacking
yeah,
that
I
for a long
consider it
time.
an elevated
Yes,
experience.
yes, and we were lacking that. So you put that with all the restaurants, with the sports park, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Commissioner, we had close to 10,000 new people moved to Brownsville last year, or was it more? I get thrown different numbers.
Well, I think the big number was about 1,200 families that have an average household income of over $200,000, which is like astronomical for Brownsville,
Mm-hmm.
given that Brownsville has a household median income of about
Mm-hmm.
$45,000. So you're looking at families that are coming in with more dollars to spend. They're looking for nightlife. They're looking for entertainment. They're looking at a place to send their kids to camps and they're looking at participating in the weekend in sporting activities, not having to travel to go see a professional team. So everything we've kind of been talking about is just through the roof in District 3. Everything from the Pablo Quisel area to the mall, now to the Sable Market Plaza. I mean, you have so much activity, but we got elected, and people really hold our feet to the fire because of infrastructure and roads.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the biggest announcements that's going to happen this year in your district is twofold. It's Old Alice and Coffee Port, the part that comes in from District 2 all the way into District 3. Let's talk about some of that. Old Dallas Road right now, 90% of the design is completed, and it's expected to start in the fall of 2026. I think one of the biggest questions is why was it important finally to address Old Dallas?
It's funny. Oh, I guess it's not funny. it's good that you bring that up because on Sunday morning, someone that lives near that road, Old Dallas Road, texted me and says, "Hey, you know what? We're going to move our neighborhood meetings to Old Alice so that the next person or whoever runs, they could see how ugly Old Alice is." And I said, "Okay." I said, "You could tell your group, your neighborhood, Old Alice is going to get done. I'm not God, but I promised you that we would take care of it, see how fast we can get it done. Uh, Work is in progress. Like you said, 90% of the sketches, the
Yeah.
engineering, the
The
plans,
design, yeah.
design are done. Old Alice is coming. I want the citizens to know that. Now, with that is when we're it's a full it's not an overlay. And that's what people have to understand.
Well, that's kind of what we get hit all the time is
Yes.
why is old Highway 77 taking so much is that when it's a full reconstruction, you're digging everything all the way down to the drainage and the
Yes.
pipes.
Yes.
And what ends up happening is that sometimes when you start digging, for example, on old Highway 77, some of those drains, they're 30 feet deep. You're having to dig 30 feet underground just to make sure that all of that infrastructure is perfectly laid for the new street.
Hmm.
So it is a large project. Old Dallas will start in the fall. It's expected to take 18 months, about a year and a half.
And all I ask is people to be now 18 months of good weather, Commissioner.
Yeah.
So we got to, if we get a hurricane, we get some
Well,
floods.
well, not just that. In construction,
You just never know what's going to come up.
if you get a tenth of an inch of rain, it's considered a rain day,
Yes.
and you cannot construct.
And you're out 2, maybe 3 days
Yeah.
until it dries up again. So it's not, all I'm asking is the citizens, myself included, be patient. Help is on the way,
Well, it's growing
and
pains of
it's
a growing
growing
city.
pains of a city that's trying to grow.
It is. And then Coffee Port, that's a $4.5 million full reconstruction as well. It's going to come all the way, Coffee Port, all the way back into your district that wraps around to the CVS. So you're looking at those two streets that are city streets.
Mm-hmm.
And then TxDOT is taking a look at redoing old Alton Gloor.
Yes.
And so that's in your district. That's a big portion in your district, kind of the same way that we see Boca Chica and 802, which has that median.
Yes.
And everybody complains, but it improves traffic flow.
And crashes.
Car crashes, traffic flow.
I'm a fan for it, and then sometimes I said, man, why do I have to go that extra half a mile to turn around? But look at the long.
Well, people are starting to know what traffic feels like in Brownsville. Now you're sitting in traffic. It used to take you 10 minutes every day to just get anywhere in the city. Now it's 15 to 20 minutes to get anywhere in the city. We also just, the mayor and the MPO, we received a grant, and a part of our capital improvement plan is another section of money where we're going to have traffic light synchronization. A lot of people don't realize that Brownsville only has 10% of its traffic lights synchronized. We're trying to get 100% of the lights synchronized. On top of that, we just received another grant to get traffic cameras and then our private 5G network with the city has its own basically 5G network is connecting all of our traffic lights, which give us ability to synchronize lights, to be able to understand where the traffic panes are, so that it can move traffic faster through AI. There's so many things happening in the city that sometimes people don't know. We received another grant, and we are one of the first cities in the valley that has drones for our police department that could get to any 911 traffic call within 60 to 90 seconds, and allows us to get a live image feed of what's going on while the troops are en route, but they could get there. The drone gets there first and sees, you know what, we're going to need an ambulance here. We're going to need a fire truck here. We're going to need additional support here. And it gives us that, and people, need to know that that's coming as well.
Hmm.
My last segment for you.
One question.
Yes, sir.
We cannot forget Dennett Road.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dennett Road was an important road that I guess they want to say forgotten, but it wasn't. And
Because
they
of the
reached
flooding.
out a flooding
Yeah,
of
it's a huge.
that area.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm glad to see that a lot of it was fixed. We haven't got hit with a big rain to be able to test that new water pump, and hopefully we don't get it. But Dennett Road is another important road that is coming and to be a
In
full
District 3.
yeah well,
Yes, sir.
district. I should get rid of this pen and put a 3.
You are a champion of the cleanups and the Bright Initiative in Brownsville. You had a very successful cleanup. 45,000 pounds of debris were picked up. Everybody saw you driving your truck around left and right. You hauled so many things to the landfill. Um, what did that turnout say about the community in District 3 and how much they believe in you and in the cleanups?
I was I knew we have a problem, and I sit at home and I talk to you, talk to my family. I said, hey, and I have a lot of these ideas that I want to do, but I don't. At the same time, is I don't want the city to say, hey, you know what? Here comes Gustavo De Leon with another idea of his. So when did this trash cleanup, uh, I wasn't expecting more than 54 people to show up. I was only expecting maybe two handful, 10, 15 people. But when I saw 54, I was like, wow. And then when we got the amount or the weights of 45,000 pounds of trash that was picked up.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's a good thing and a bad thing because it shows that we have too much trash laying on the streets within our city. And I drive by all the time and I say, well, you know what? Maybe we should invest in more brush trucks. But then we do that, and more people are going to be dumping on the side of the road. So we need to teach the citizens of Brownsville that we do have a landfill. Take them there. The city of Brownsville does not go and throw this trash there.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I want to make very, very clear because people say, well, you know what? I pay my taxes and all these people are dumping. It's not us. It's the citizens that live around you or someone that goes and finds a place to dump their trash. But Commissioner, I'm going to tell you something, and I tell this story that behind my house, it was a dumping area. I never called the city to come pick it up. I could have, but I didn't. Because I didn't want to use my position saying, oh, well, you know what? They're going to go take care of the commissioner's alley, but they can't take care of ours. So I had to live with that eyesore for a long time. And I finally got to my area where it came and got picked up. I'm just waiting. And I caught a guy dumping there.
Illegal dumping. Illegal dumping is a huge problem in our city.
Yes.
But one of the things that we can do as commissioners, and one of the things that you can expect when you see this podcast, is that we're coming up with an ordinance with the mayor. Mayor had a pretty good idea. He's like, how much does it cost the city to come back and have to pick up all this illegal dumping? So we're going to come up with some ordinances to reward people who go and take the tires to the landfill or to go pick up the debris and take it to the landfill. There's going to be certain days that you get rewarded for just taking things to the landfill.
Well, people are going to get rewarded on March the 7th, Commissioner, because I'm going to have another cleanup, but now we're going to do it in North Brownsville. And what I'm going to try and do is have every 3 months or every 4 months have a District 3 cleanup. And what we're going to do different this time is the mark from the Texican is going to make some chicken plates for the people that bring their trash, or volunteers that have a trailer and truck to go pick up trash, and we're going to have a barbecue chicken plate with all the fixings there at District 3 for all the volunteers and for the public that want to come and drop it. It's free. Totally free. You bring it, we haul it. I guess I should start using that now.
You know what? That's pretty
You
good.
bring it, we haul it. And come in and join us. That's all I ask for. Help me, help you. I guess that's the best words I could say is help me, help you.
Well, you heard it here. Cleanups coming every quarter from District 3. So much booming business from the public safety complex on 511 down to the sports park on Sports Park Boulevard, down to Pablo Quisel and all of the new restaurants and bars that are opening, to keeping the safety, to keeping the public safe in their entertainment district and in the way that they choose to see Brownsville and nightlife, to the Sable Market program, to your cleanups. You've been a very, very busy commissioner. You've done such a great job for the city of Brownsville. Is there anything else that you want to share to your constituents or the citizens of Brownsville? This is your opportunity.
First of all, thank you to District 3 for entrusting me last May. I made promises that I plan to keep. I don't work for anybody other than the citizens of Brownsville. I want to try and take care of the Brownsville that I love. To me, there's no other city better than Brownsville. That's my opinion. Do other cities have better things than we do? Yes, we do. Yes, they do. But it's time. This time is for Brownsville. For the people that do not live in Brownsville and that are watching this, I know some good realtors that could sell you a house in District 3. So come to Brownsville. You're not going to be disappointed. And welcome to District 3. That's all I have to say. Welcome Brownsville and welcome District 3. And you know what, Commissioner, is not only does a lot of the restaurants are in District 3, but we got the mall, we got dealerships. I got 3 hospitals, exceptional ER, other health, medical offices. It's just a good district, and Brownsville in a whole is good. And I wouldn't pick any other place right now. We're on the move. Like the Jefferson said, moving on up. That's another show I liked. We're moving on up. And this is the time to be part of it.
I love it.
Period.
Commissioner De Leon, thank you so much for taking time to be on the podcast. A lot of information, a lot of great things. I hope that this was informative to you. If not, please reach out to us. I know that both Commissioner De Leon and myself, we're here for your service. Whatever you need, you can find our information on www.brownsvilletx.gov. Please look us up, shoot us an email, give us a phone call. We'd love to serve you at whatever capacity. Great time. Thank you for being here. It's been long overdue. Until next time, this is Brownsville at Large. This was Commissioner Gustavo De Leon, District 3. See you next time.
Brownsville at Large, voices that shine, telling our stories one episode at a time. News, ideas, and local pride. Tune in now, come along for the ride.